Good morning, everybody. It's Midnight Train Bully Kennels here, and this is not a brand deal. It's just it's just something we're trying out. Now, if you guys don't approve of e-collars, then by all means, click off this video now. I highly recommend e-collars. I approve of them if used in the right way. There is a wrong way and a right way to use an e-collar. This is the brand that I'm using this time. And I just want to say from the start, now I got it just yesterday. And I can honestly say that if you go back in my videos, you'll see I've done a brand deal product review for an e-collar before, and that collar, I mean, it was a good collar. I mean, it didn't last as long as, I thought it would. The dog scratched, and it scratched the collar up, it tore the collar up with them scratching, so, yeah, that collar didn't last very long, and it wouldn't stay charged very long, and it kept shutting off, and it was just a horrible collar. And right now the girls decided to go and play with their squeaky toy, so that's okay. But, when you get an e-collar, and shout out to Larry I think it's Crows, I'm probably slandering his name, saying it wrong, I'm so sorry. But Larry, shout out to him. He is an e-collar trainer, and he actually does have a YouTube channel, and I'll actually put the link in the description to his channel, and you can go subscribe to him as well. Now, when you start your dog on an e-collar, here's the thing. Most people, they have problems with their dogs, and they figure, oh, I'm just going to go out, I'm going to buy or I'm going to order a collar, and I'm going to put it on my dog, and the problem's going to be gone. Wrong. Okay? You cannot put an e-collar on a dog and just think that the problem is going to succeed and be gone. It's not. Okay? You have to condition your dog to the collar. And there are steps that you have to take to get your dog conditioned to the e-collar. Because you have, first off, when you get the e-collar, okay, you want to start on the lowest level there is. Now, the lowest level is 0, which means the dog don't feel it. The next one is level 1. You want to start on level 1, and you want to see when you start conditioning your dog to the e-collar. I cannot stress this enough. When you start conditioning your dog to the e-collar, start in your home or in your yard where there's no distractions, no other dogs, no kids, no people, nothing that will distract your dog. And you want to have a leash on your dog. Okay? But first off, when you have your leash on your dog and you have the e-collar on, you want to see where your dog's level is. Okay? Like I said, again, you start at level 1 and gradually go up in the levels and see when your dog finally reacts to what level. Now, that's once you notice that your dog makes a flinch or whatever, that's where your dog's level is. That's where you're going to work at for a little bit. Now, what you're going to do is you want to get your dog used to the collar and what it means. So, when you have the leash on, now me, and I don't care what anybody says, I used a 25-foot lead. I let my dog go about, do her thing. She had a 25-foot lead on. I had the e-collar on her. And I did this with both of my American Bullies. And now, Strawberry Shortcake, all she's got to do is hear the beep. And I don't even have to use the shock one or to vibrate on Strawberry Shortcake. All she's got to do is hear the beep and she comes, and because she's conditioned to it, because I've used the collar before on her. So, both my dogs are conditioned to the collar. Now, here's the thing. When your dog goes off to use their own thing, when you go and you call your dog's name, you say, Fido, come, push the button, okay? Now you can start out by using the beep, or you can just go ahead and just do the shock. You know, it's not going to harm them in no shape or form. Will this hurt them? Now you want to just, you know, like I said, when you call her name and you say come, hit the button, and do that for a week. Have your dog on that long lead. Call their name, and then that way they'll start associating the collar with what you want. Then, once your dog, for that week, your dog will be starting to learn that the collar means to do what you want. So then, for another week, you can start, you know, using cues. You shouldn't even have to use a cue after the second week. The first week, you're going to say, come, and then you hit the button. By the second week, you shouldn't even have to say anything. You just push the button and the dog comes. Now, you want to still have the lead on, in case the dog sees something and, you know. By the third week, you can incorporate again the cue, come, or whatever you want the dog to do, and use the collar. Now, the fourth week, you're going to start working off the lead. Again, if your dog is a runner, I would do it in a safe, confined area in a fenced-in yard. Now, have a leash. You can keep the leash on, but just not have a hold of it. And then when you know, like you did from the start, you say come, and you're going to want to hit that button and hold it until your dog turns and comes to you. Once that dog turns to come to you, you let go of the button. Now, you don't push it before you say, Fido, come. You say, Fido, come, and then you push and hold the button until the dog turns and comes to you. As soon as the dog turns to come to you, you release the pressure, which means you release the button. Now, you don't push the button, let go, push the button, let go, push the button. You're going to fuck your dog up. You're going to say, okay, what do you want from me, man? You're confusing me. You're giving me pressure, then you release, then you give me pressure, then you release. No, you don't do that. That's the wrong way to do it. The right way to do it is, when your dog turns to come to you, you let go of the button. But as soon as you say Fido, come, you're going to want to push that button and hold it until the dog turns to come towards you. Once that dog is coming towards you, you let go of the button. It's called release pressure. And I actually did a video on the other e-collar. Now I'm going to show you here. Like I said, you see the box. Here's my remote. And it's actually, this remote is programmed for 3. Now the remote shuts off while you're not using it. Now you see it's got the channel button, shock button, vibrate, beep, turn the channels up, turn it up or down, which is the, you know, shock, vibrate, you know. This is just a light. This is another thing I like about this collar. It has a light button, and it has a light on the LED light on the collar, so if you're outside at night, which is great. But here I'm going to show you with strawberry shortcake. And I'm going to put on beep, and then now watch. Good girl. Good girl. See, she moved to come towards me because she was over there. And she came to the side of the bed because she knows she's not allowed on the bed. But, you know, this is just a little preview. It's not, you know. And as you see, Black Eyed Brandy, she came because she heard the beep as well. But I didn't beep for her. I only beeped Cake's collar. But she heard the beep as well. So she thought it was for her when it wasn't. But if your dogs are conditioned to it, like Cake, I don't even have to have an e-collar on.